Hey, it's Natasha. Welcome to my full hour, power hour Pilates class. Today I'm going to use a small soft ball. If you don't have one, a small throw pillow usually works for most things. And then you can always try it without the equipment if the pillow is not working. A yoga block might work too, and we're just like putting it in behind the knee for hamstring curl work, and holding it, a block or a pillow. All right, keep in mind the Pilates breath is the forced exhale through the mouth, really important because it activates the core muscles with just the breath work, and then we're adding those exercises to it. So it's the push and the activation, pulling the belly, corseting in the ribs. Really important. All right, let's get started. I'm going to do a standing series, some stretching, and then a lot of mat work, okay? Get a comfortable mat, towel, water, and your prop, and meet me on your mat. Let's go. Starting in a wide second position, let's just take the ball or pillow or block right at your belly. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Knees can be soft or straight, but not locked out. Gentle tuck of the tailbone as you pull the belly inward. Keep the chest proud, shoulders back and down. Let's take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Any audible sound. And just imagine any tension, stress, distractions are leaving the body, and also take some time to release that frown, maybe even a little smile. Soften the jaw and the tongue. A lot of times we're clenching these areas and we don't even realize it. Definitely find myself frowning when I don't mean to be. Big breath in. All right, let's bring that ball or prop overhead. I'm gonna just say ball and you use what you have. Inhale, press up. Elevate the shoulders and then push down. Inhale, reach up, and then elevate the shoulders. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Feeling the sides of the body, the lats lengthening. Exhale, push down. One more time, big breath up. Elevate the shoulders, really active through the sides and the shoulders, and pull the ball back, and then draw into down towards the ground. Inhale up, this time side stretch. Reach over to one side, can straighten out the knees, and then gaze up, pulling gently, finding that little bit of discomfort but not pain, and exhale out. Inhale up and over, finding that edge where it feels like a stretch, but it's, you know, a little bit challenging. Deep breath in and out. Let's bring the ball behind the back. Maybe pinch it with your fingers and then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Scapula retracting, and then lift and lower. Maybe you have full range of motion here up towards shoulder height, or maybe it feels really hard to even move it off your back, just depending on how tight or open your shoulders are. Let's take a forward fold and try to lift the arms and bring some flexibility into the hamstrings. Keep the core active, and then release to whatever your depth is. Let your head hang heavy. Shake the head out, no. Let gravity take over, pulling the weight of the head down and the arms forward. Big breath in and out. And then let's come up with a flat back. Hold it here, scoop the belly in, and come all the way up. Bring that ball out in front of you, and we're gonna just take these little lunges with a suitcase swing. So think about what I'm saying here. My prop is in my right hand and my left leg is gonna lunge, and then I'm gonna switch. Right leg is gonna lunge, left hand swings back and forward. Back and forward. I like to do these with kettlebells, with a kettlebell, but it's also fun with any prop. Opposite arm and leg swing back, drive together. It's gonna get that heart rate up. It's gonna wake up the legs and also the obliques as you kind of are twisting that opposite arm back. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the ball in, and then just bend your left knee and take this little single leg deadlift for 8, 7, straight down, flat back, 6, 5, squeeze the booty at the top, 4, 3, 1, stay down, put that ball under your heel. And then sit and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, 1. Take your foot on top of the ball, or maybe block or pillow. So you won't be able to roll, but that's okay. You can just stay here and hover, or just try to move just subtly forward and back. Really feeling the intensity on the right hamstring and quad. I'm just giving you something to do here. All right, and let's stand and switch. Take the ball in your hand, bend the right knee and start the deadlift, focusing on the left hamstring to go down and up. Go as deep as your flexibility allows. If you feel tight in the hamstrings, just stop where that is. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Sit in your chair and pulse right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Place that prop under your heel. Hold it. Pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transfer your weight on top of it, and then just stay low. If you have something that moves, rock it forward and back. Couple more seconds here. Breathe, firing that left hamstring, quad and glute. All right, and go ahead and grab the ball. Come to one side of your mat so we can forward fold, and just let yourself kind of hang here. We're gonna start to roll out and in, and just kind of trusting your shoulders and your core. Roll it out like you're doing a downward facing dog. See if you feel safe to trust more and more weight into the prop. Dripping forward, but not too much. Just kind of challenging that edge. Again, feeling deltoids, shoulders, lats, core. Roll back. Ragdoll yourself up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach up, gentle back bend. Shine the heart upward, pull the ball backwards, engage the glutes, and then draw right back over ragdoll, forward fold. Again, finding a downward facing dog pose on your prop, whether it's a pillow and you're just kind of challenging the balance of an uneven surface, or even harder on this ball, rocking back, forward, up and down with the heels. Knees can be bent. Roll yourself back and round up the spine. Okay, face sideways, and we're gonna take a curtsy lunge. Ball comes out, down. Straight spine, curtsy, out, curtsy. 8, you can jump. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here on 1. Arms up, pulse. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pop the front heel up. It's kind of like an open 5th position or 4th position here. Scoop the belly in, sit a little deeper, fight this out. Enjoy that shaking, feel strong in it, and then lift. Other side, taking, draw it up, pulse again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pop that front heel, balance, hold, tuck the pelvis, bend a little deeper. Think triangle, diamond-shaped knees, opening out. Woo! Feel the burn, and come on out of it. Wide stance, circle one way, all the way up and over. Circle the other way. Draw it up and over. Again, up and over, all the way around, and then stay on one side. All right, so we're on one side, and you're just gonna start to bend into that knee, into a side lunge or skandasana if you take yoga. And then taking your hand a little bit more, trust into your prop to hold and abduct. 4, 3, fire hydrant, 2, 1, keep it up there, hold. As high as you can lift, fight for it. Higher, 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 and then thread it back on the side of you. This hand, opposite, actually same leg and hand, drop, sit, hips up, hips down. Maybe big range where you actually drop your weight and then push against both hands. Down, 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 up, up, up. Nice work. Come on to the other side. Woo. And hang out here. Stretch a little bit. Bend and straighten. And then shift your weight into the ball, into your prop, and start to abduct. 4, 3, strong outer thigh, abductor muscles. 2, 1, hold it up. Keep engaging and lifting higher and higher and higher as far as your flexibility will take you. And then cross it behind. So that leg that went back, the same hand drops down. And then start to take yourself all the way down. Push, 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 all the way up. Slowly, like you're doing a chaturanga push-up. Elbows in, push into both hands, hips up, hips down. 2 more hips up. It's quite challenging. And it does take some external rotation on that leg that you're stepping on forward. Good. Come on out of that. And then widen your stance again for a little plie. Push the palms out. And we're going to pretend we have like a kettlebell and we're just swinging it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now in, over, inside bend, plie, side bend, plie, side bend for 4, 3, 2, reach, 1, reach, come on down. Whew. Drop yourself into a fold. Shimmy those hips, let the head be heavy, and ragdoll yourself up to standing. Awesome job. Come back to the one side of your mat, so you have mat in front of you. Then we'll go back to that Pilates plank walk, but a plank roll if you have the ball. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then when you feel like you can safely lean forward, shoulders over wrists, start to hover the knees and push away. You can do this on a pillow. Tip forward, push the shoulders down away from the ears. Hover, twist, 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 twist. Bringing the belly. 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips, step on the feet. Come back, flip your back of the hands onto the prop. Give your fingers a little wiggle. Put a little bit of pressure into the counter stretch. And then do it again. Roll out, or just place your pillow out. And then start to push the shoulders down. Tip forward, dip, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tip back, roll yourself back, come to a half fold position. Soften the knees or straighten them, and then just take that ball behind the back and over the head. 4, 3, 2, oh, I don't know what it is if I switched. And then down in this half chair, half fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to a toe stand. Lift your heels. Sit back. See how that feels for you. Draw the knees towards one another. Straighten out the spine. Can we softly land the knees? Push the hips up. Camel, heart to sky. Hip hinge. Heels back. Tuck the pelvis. See if you can come back through toe stand, or maybe your ankles and mobility here allow you to sink your heels to the mat, whatever is more comfortable. Elevate, toe stand, quads on to slow lower, heart charges up, come come back, hip hinge, turn on those quads and core again. Sit and start to come off the knees and sink and land. We're gonna do that one more time, but right here, let's add a little shifting pistol, tap the ball, pistol, see if you can tap the ball, even if you have to lower your hands. 4, 3, 2, strong arms, strong legs. 1, all right. Dip forward, dip forward, dip forward, straighten out the spine, knees start to tilt, camel, hinge, hips forward, heart up. Tuck the chin, hip hinge, lean back. Feel this happening with the quads. Squeeze the belly, little pulse here. Grip your prop. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, my quads are on fire. Yours, 1. Shift back onto the heels and land. Oh yeah. Let's take the ball in between the legs and then walk out to a downward facing dog. We're gonna do down dog push-aways, starting with a down dog push-up, and then we're gonna try and push the floor away. Use our core, backside to come into a half fold. So come on the toes. Imagine you're going into a headstand and then push away. Does that make sense? You can pigeon toe the fingers inward a little bit, like you're doing an overhead press. Walk out, top of the head towards the mat. If you're super strong, you could tap it and then push away and then rock and come up to a halfway fold. So if you feel safe to kind of jump into your down dog and put it together, down, up, try it here. If you need to walk it out, do the push-up, and then even bounce a couple times to get enough momentum. Whatever works for you. We're gonna try 4 of them. I'm gonna go a little more advanced. 4, 3, pick your level. Elbows can point out about 45 degrees. And 1, and lift. Walk yourself or jump yourself back to your downward facing dog. Now, we're gonna try to tuck the knees. Instead of the hands jumping off, the feet are gonna tuck off. And your prop is gonna try to hit your belly. So we're in this posterior tilt. We're not gonna arch and end up falling over. So we're gonna keep everything nicely tucked in. Set up your hands, spread your fingers wide. Index finger forward, elbow crease forward, strong shoulders, pushing down, and then tuck. So that little tilt of the pelvis happens, so you try to hit the ball or the whatever you have into your belly. You see that? And remember, your fingertips are gripping down like you're rock climbing. Those are your brakes. 4, 3, 2, you don't have to keep my pace. 1, if for any second or 2 you get some hold, enjoy it, hang on to it, and then take it down. Sit on your ball, your pillow, your prop for child's pose. Whew, take some deep breaths. Allow the blood flow to reverse since we were upside down for a while there. So just whatever you need to do. And then we'll come up, take a counter stretch on the wrists, top of the hands down, palms flip up, wiggle those fingers, put your fists down, push, protract the shoulders, rock a little weight into the fists. All right, so we're gonna move that prop to the back of your left knee so we can tightly start to engage the hamstrings. Index finger forward, elbow crease forward, protract the shoulders, separate shoulder blades, and then just start to leg lift back and side. Back and side. So we have leg lift, donkey kick, side leg lift, fire hydrant. Both related to dogs here. Good. Donkey kick back here, fire hydrant, peeing on the fire hydrant. Look, squeeze the booty, kick it out, kick it side. I don't know why I said a donkey was a dog. I just thought about that. Push it out to animals. Good. Out and back. And out. Keep engaging the core. Pressing into those fingertips. and take it back and side. One more, take it back and side. Hold it back. Tuck the right toes. Squeeze the booty up. Start to shine the chest forward like you're trying to back bend. So we're gonna go from a back bend extension to a curling forward. Protract the shoulders. Round the spine, knee to nose. Back bend, toes to head. Nowhere near, but we're gonna pretend. Exhale. Flexion, forward, push. Knee hugs to chest and heel hugs to butt. And then softly land on the right knee for 3, 2. Your deepest range of motion, your most powerful stretch for your back bend and shoulder push, protraction, core strength. Hold. Good. Now, knee down in front. And then a down dog split. Still curling the hamstring so we don't lose the prop. Tap the knee forward, tap the knee up to sky. On the mat in the middle, to the sky. 3, 2, stretch it back. 1, stretch it back. And we're gonna take chaturanga, Pilates push-up to the ground. All right, we're still firing that hamstring to not lose the prop. Now we're gonna start to lift the leg here, a few times here, and then we're gonna start to take it into the scorpion flip. Lift, peel, and hips up, hips down. You can do a toe, high heel there, or a regular flat foot. Peel back. Hip, knee, hip off the mat. Lift, push away as you peel that knee. And then toes down, hips up. Like a cross between a wild thing and a side plank. You can play with that a few times. Come back slowly, peeling, using that back body to take you there. Hamstring, glutes, spine. Okay, one more time. Lift, lower, lift, flip. Ooh, kicking things here. Toe down, lift the hips. Can we come into a high side plank? Elevated, maybe grab onto the knee, find a pretty shape here. Take a moment. Whew. Slowly come down. Release it. Have a seat on the ball. Circle out that right wrist. Both, whatever. And then forward fold. Gonna repeat that series on the right leg. When you're ready, take the ball, prop, whatever you're using, into the back of the right knee. Start to hamstring curl. Set yourself up. Hands under shoulders, knee under hip. Donkey, fire hydrant. Squeeze back. You can gaze maybe a foot out in front of you. Keep protracting the shoulders. Keep engaging the belly towards the spine. No hanging bellies. It's okay if it's hanging, but it's engaged, right? Squeeze it up. Abduct, hamstring lift, abduct, side lift, back lift, side. 4, we breathe in each one. 3, 2, and 1. And then tuck, come back here. Start to lift the head, twist, and tailbone. Tuck the left toes under. Imagine your right toes are gonna touch your head. Pull the shoulders back, heart forward. Exhale, lift off the left knee. Right knee touches your nose. Squeeze the ball like you're trying to pop it. Land and lift. Up, down. Extension, quad, hip flexor. Whew, and then flexion. Pulling that knee in, squeezing the core. 3, 2, ooh, all effort. Make it hard. Don't be afraid of hard work. 1, lift, hold it here. Plank, slow lower, and we got there. Belly on the mat. How's that right hamstring? set yourself up to start to lift the right knee. You can take your hands off, shake them out, start to lift the knee a few times. Squeeze the glute. Woo! Feeling that big time. More on this side. Now lift, flip, tippy toe, side plank. Don't lose the ball or the pillow or your block. Slowly unwind. Toes to sky, flip, hug, and lift. And it's a cross between like a wild thing and a side plank so you don't lose the ball. And then slowly come back, melt your belly to the mat. Leg up, leg down, scorpion flip, and hold. So if you can, we're gonna start to shift to your bottom leg and hand, and then make a side plank as high as you can lift. We do that by pushing the shoulder down and lifting the hips up. Fight for it. Push into the foot, into the fingers. Slowly come on back. Flip yourself to the earth. Oh, let's come down through child's pose once again. If you need water, towel, you can always hit pause. I'll give you a moment here. And hopefully you're starting to sweat like me. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of plank work. So again, counter stretch. And we're gonna do one little series without any prop at all. Let's start with that one. So you let your prop go down to the side. And let's just come from a loaded beast or a hovering child's with the knees hovering off the mat like you're gonna bounce and move into something else. And we're just gonna move into a jumping plank. 4, jump plank. 3, jump. 2, jump. Get those hips up for fun. Land in plank. Nice. And then from here, let's try to take one leg into a lunge for a nice stretch. Lizard lunge. Lift the knee as you come back through your hovering child's, or we'll call it loaded beast. Swivel. One knee down, other knee down, wringing out the spine. Right leg out. Step on it. Lizard. Feel that quad and hip flexor stretching in the back leg. Charge the heart forward. Now as you come back, knee hugs in until the last moment. You can release for a moment. I'm going to charge into a side plank and add a little combo. So lift the knees, side plank. Open into, regular plank to side plank. Now I'm going to turn the other way so I'm facing you. So I'm going to open up to side plank, and I'm going to slowly come down to forearm side plank, and my hips are going to lower at the same time. You can watch it first. Swivel, hips and elbow, forearm, land. Good, top leg is going to sweep forward, flex back, point forward, flex back, point forward, flex back. Lift those hips, hold it, and then start to turn your way back. Hand and foot, back through side plank. We got it? Lower forearm and hips. This time, flex back, point forward as you lift your seat. Flex back, point forward. Your range, if you can go back further, go all the way. Good, now lift, hand and toes down, spin off. Side plank, thread the needle. 3, 2, 1. Last time. Forearm, hips, land, crunch, knees to elbow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Expand everything to the diagonal. Take a moment here. Come on back through. Take that top hand down, end up in your side plank. All right, so I'm gonna switch so I can face you again. This time I have the other arm up, my left arm is up, and I'm gonna start to thread, spin, land on the forearms, land on the hips. And I'm in a little side laying. Flex back, point forward. Flex back. Hopefully you have more room than me. I want you to use your full range of motion. Flex back, point forward. Come back, start to lift the hips, send the right hand down, and open side plank. Thread and land. Good. Now, flex back, lift as you point forward. Flex back, hips lift. Flex back, sit, point, and lift. One more time. Inhale back, exhale, lift. Come on back. Come on back through side plank. So we're lifting the hips, bringing the hand down, coming up and through. One more time. Thread. And we made it, right? Good. Take your crunches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Elbow in between the knees. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Diagonal reach. Maybe even touch your toes. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Lift the hips as the top hand goes down. The hips scoop around. Thread the needle for 3, for 2, for 1. And nice work. Come down to another quick child's pose. If you need to circle the wrists, maybe come up and circle the shoulders a little bit. Swing, give yourself a little crisscross, forward, back. All right, let's come prone, and we'll take the prop again. This time, place it in between the feet. So first we'll start with some push-ups to get us there. Come onto the knees, right above the kneecap, so we're a little bit padded there. And then triceps as you hamstring curl. Hug the heels in, elbows to ribs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyone want to try tucking the toes and trying full range a couple times? 3, lower, and curl. All right, lift the knees, try to straighten them, and then try to flutter the ball or your prop is just kind of trying to stay put. I'm kind of losing mine. And we're just doing this subtle spin. And then the arms are going to go in opposition. It's a really small movement. Back extensors on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up, curl up like you're going to touch your toes, and then lift up. King Cobra to locust or bow. King Cobra, gentle back bend. Let the hips sink and the shoulders pull back and down. And then grab on, see if you can reach for the heels, calves, whatever's there. Last time, King Cobra. You can lift the hips and then try to melt toes to head. Melt, bow, skydiver, locust. Oh, release it down. Whew. Deep breathing. Awesome job. All right, blink the fingers. Come back through, tuck your toes under. Can we push all the way to that loaded beast hovering child's pose? Push, take it back. All right, so your heels are gonna just step onto your prop, and we're gonna see if you can roll and lower to plank. Downward facing dog, be very mindful, this is hard. Down to plank. Down dog, your toes can stay down if this is just too crazy and scary. And then plank, last one. Down dog, squeeze and shaking. And then plank. All right, carefully bring your knees down. Take your ball to the side, your prop. We're gonna take a little practice of jumping forward and back, and I won't make you go through your legs. So we're gonna just come to jump forward, cross your legs, have a seat, And then find a boat pose. Cross your legs, pick your seat up, bring your hands forward, jump back. Option to jump, push up. Jump forward to your hands, left ankle crosses. Sit, take a little boat, core strengthener, left foot over, cross your ankles. As you lean forward into your hands, your butt lifts up and you jump back. Optional push up. 2 more times. Jump, right leg crosses over, sit, throw those feet up. Add a low boat, high boat, low boat, high boat. Right leg crosses, lean forward, bring the hands down, jump, chaturanga, Pilates push up, and come back. Left leg jumps forward, have a seat. Throw those legs up, down, up, down, up. Left leg crosses, hug the heels in, squeeze the core. As the feet go down, the hands go down, the butt lifts up. Jump back and jump forward. Have a seat. Whew. Butterfly. Allow your elbows to pry the knees open. You can grab your feet and get your knees wide, maybe forearms towards the mat, head dropping heavy, drop into that external rotation and spinal kind of round, and that cat back rounding. All right, grab onto the ankles, cat the back, and then pull the heart forward. Cat the back, separate shoulder blades, retract them, pull the heart forward, and get that nice external rotation on the hips. As wide as you can, maybe your knees will tap the floor. And then pull those feet back in, grab onto your prop. Okay, so again, pillow, yoga block, ball, whatever you have. Extend the legs out, flex the toes, and then try to reach forward as far as you can. So depending on your hamstring flexibility, we're gonna try to tap the toes towards the prop, the wrists up by the elbows, if you're super flexible, and straight down. So think of it as a forward crunch in reverse, using your core to pull you forward and retract you back. A lot of strength and effort, active mobility, and your core is taking you there. Lift to straight spine, point the toes. So engage the quads, pull the kneecaps back, lift the heart, and then start to hinge. And then as you hinge, start to round the spine. Your heels will drag back, and you'll just lower vertebrae by vertebrae as slow and controlled as possible. When you get there, your hands can fall over the head. Don't worry about neutral spine, just gonna come out to any position. Then to zip back into neutral, knit the ribs in, pelvic tilt. So your hips and ribs are trying to reach each other, if that makes sense. Engage the quads, tuck the chin. Imagine this ball had some weight and it was just guiding you up. The more you are rounding in forward flexion, the easier it will be to get the weight off the mat. Lift up through straight spine. Roll back slowly. 3, 2, 1. Open, close the ribs in, pelvic tilt, tuck the chin, peel off the spine. Now right toes connect to the ball, to your prop. Hold it there. Left toes, right toes, left, magnetize to your prop. Even if you need to bend the knee. Can we try both? 4, like a magnet's pulling you there. 3, 2, 1. Take one arm, open it back. Reach. You can even grip onto your toes for a moment and then lower down. 4, 3, take your time. 2, 1, we got this. Now bring those knees with you and take the prop right under your hip. So a pillow again will work. A block might not be too comfy, but we're gonna try to balance and hold our strength off, and pulse. It's very challenging. Put your bottom arm down anytime you need to, and try again. 8, 7, 6, stack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift top arm, bottom arm, legs. Can you balance here, floppy fish? Woo! If you fall, you don't have very far to go. You'll just catch yourself. Work your way back up, grab the ball, and come back. Starting with single toes to ball, and bend the knees this time. And then double. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the ball, other side, lean into it, grab on, and then slow lower. 4, to your fingers, slow lower. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Spin your knees over. Then turn away from you. Take that prop right at your hip bone. Try to stack your knees and then trust it. Lean into it. And when you feel like you can lift, you might put your feet in any position that will help you. Maybe stagger them. Start to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stacking hips, ribs, and shoulders. Top arm lifts, bottom arm lifts. Can we try to straighten and lift the legs? 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back. Whew. Sit yourself towards the front of the edge of your mat, and you're going to take your prop and place it at the small of the back. Here's where a block probably won't work, so a pillow or a ball. Roll the shoulders. Start to lean into it. All right, so when you feel like you can trust the ball, the pillow, you're going to push your fingers down and try to lift your knees up. Try to extend out. Tuck, extend. Tuck, shoulders can come forward, shoulders can lay back. Tuck, extend. Bring those feet down. We're gonna bounce if you have a ball. If not, just climbing the rope mindfully. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, slow motion. 3, 2, 1. Let's go into extension. So allow yourself to melt and your head lands. Should feel like a nice stretch on the low back, opening up the front side, the belly, the chest, the shoulders. All right, so we're going from this extra range of motion, having something propped under your low back, to flexion into your crunch, and you have to come up a little higher than if the floor was stopping you, right? So we're gonna go from like a back bend to a forward curl. 4, take your time, land. 3, gather up that energy, starting right in the belly. 2, and 1. All right, bring your forearms down. Scoot a little forward, so maybe it's more above the sacrum now, the ball, the prop, the pillow. And we're gonna try to bicycle here. Your hands might go a little wider. Find a place that you can make this happen. Whew. Reverse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees in. Maybe you scoot your ball a little further up the spine now. And let's take those hands out again, elbows in, and try to just take those knees from side to side. Maybe 45 degrees, 45 degrees, maybe a little deeper. Challenge your edge and your balance. If you can, we'll take the opposite arm up, twist, and balance. 2 more, twist, arm raise, twist, arm raise, come back, and let yourself fall over. So now the ball's higher, and you're getting more of a stretch up through the thoracic spine, the back bend happening higher up the back. Deep breath in and out. tuck the chin, and we're gonna come onto the forearms. And now lower down and place the pillow or ball underneath the low back. So now it's down by the tailbone and the sacrum. Now we're sitting on it. Our shoulders and our head are gonna press down, and we're just gonna squeeze off of it without actually lifting off of it. So your weight is up and down in a low bridge or a fairly low bridge. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice work. Hold it. 1. Hold it up. Maybe start to try and come off of it by really pushing down. You can hold it under your back. And then land and lift the legs. Balance. Flex. Lower down. See if you can bridge so far up that you're off of it. Squeeze the booty. So this one is a really high bridge. Lower and then try to balance your way off. 2 more. Take your time. Move mindfully. Hold on to the ball so it doesn't roll away if you have one. And then squeeze toes to sky. Last one. Bridge way up there. Squeeze the glutes, hamstrings, and then balance. Hold. All right. Now we're going to fingertip the prop if it's going to roll away and try to peel our spine off of it and then back on. Legs lower as far as you can keep and maintain control. So reverse curl, toes overhead maybe, if that feels safe for your neck. Keep the ball with you with your fingers if it's gonna roll. And then lower down to where you're still knitting the ribs. You're keeping that neutral spine. 2 more. If you need to hold it, bring your thumbs or fingers to it. Reverse curl. Slow landing. Slow lower. Last one. Hold on to it. Peel off. Good. Maybe start to lift the legs. Challenge that. As you lower down, a lot harder to maintain control. And then legs lower and land. Lift the hips and lower. Now step onto the ball with your left foot. Gonna get pretty challenging if you have a ball. Lift the hips. Roll the shoulder blades in a little bit. Can you balance right knee towards chest and then away? Right knee towards chest. We won't be here too long. And away. How about 2 more? Ooh, getting hard. Press your hands in to make yourself a little lighter. Trust your shoulders and head. Hold. Lower. Oh, yeah. Switch. Okay, remember we're doing 4. Take a moment to pull the left knee in. Push onto the right foot. Shaking. And extend. 4. Tuck. 3. Here's where I wish I had a pillow instead. 2. Oh. 1. Pull it out. Lift it up. Slow lower. Oh my gosh. My hamstring. And release it out. All right, grab the ball in between your feet. Extend those legs and massage into the hamstrings that just worked super hard. Can you grab on and pull the legs closer to you? And then we'll take our leg drops over to the sides. Lateral drop over, stack the hips, retract the weight. You don't have to go down as far. See where you're still strong enough to pick up those legs, the weight of your legs by the core, by your obliques, working into the side body. Exhale, squeeze. Take your time. The slower you go, the harder things are. All right, 1 more time. Take it over, take it back. Transfer the ball, reach up, lower down. 8, 7, switch. 6, 5, 4, shoulders off the mat, open up into the right, whatever side. I'm gonna face you, and then open onto the bottom elbow and forearm and leg lift here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, low boat. And then roll onto your other forearm. Spin your hips to stack. Little pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down, low boat. Rock. 8, 7. Easier when the hands are in front of you. Maybe try the last forearms overhead. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. We're gonna roll like a ball. All right, before we do that, grab onto your prop with your fingertips and see if you can pull the feet in and over. In and under. It's quite hard. You have to have this really big compression, quad hip flexors and core. Just try that a couple times. Whew. All right, now we're gonna roll like a ball, but we're gonna do it with the ball in between the legs. So take the right leg in front on the top, rock to this little straight leg teaser, have the, whatever your prop is, comfortably in there, roll and freeze, roll and freeze, switch, 4, 3, 2, 1, now just switch. Now the left leg is in front, roll, hold, we got it. Roll, momentum, stop momentum, core, 2, 1, hold it up, switch it out, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down slowly. Now take the ball behind your head and rest. Wash the knees from side to side, going into crisscross, oblique twist. We are almost done. Hang in there. Lift the shoulders off the mat. Lift the knees to tabletop. Elbow to knee without pulling the neck. The head gets to rest. 8, 7, 6. Stretch the other leg in opposition. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Tap your toe to the ball and then reach it back behind the head. Switch. Toe to the ball, ball to the head. Switch. Extend, bend, switch, extend, bend, switch. Last 2. Bend, twist, 1, bend, release. Down. Big breath in, big sigh out. Right leg up, left leg out. Take those hips into posterior, anterior tilt. Posterior, low back pops off, and then curl. 2, arch, low back presses down, curl. 1, arch, and curl, switch. All right, so let the back flare out, the chest flare out, the ribs flare, the low back sway, and then zip it up. Sway, curl. Posterior, anterior, arch, and zip. All right, take the ball to one leg and rock yourself up, shoulder blades off the mat a little higher. Give it a little stretch, and then let's take this figure 8. 8, 7, and hold it on the other leg. Give yourself a little press, a little bit more stretching on the hamstring. Lower back down and both legs down. Let the belly rise and fall. Awesome job. We're gonna get up slowly using our core one more time. Inhale, stretch the arms over the face, fall over the face. Exhale, tuck the chin, the shoulder blades rise. We peel and fight to curl up to seated. Big breath in, big breath out, forward fold. Find more space than you have before. You can let the ball go. up tall, swing one leg back, and bend the front knee into a little bent knee pigeon. Take a moment to let the hips settle. Lift the arms. You can bind them, push the palms up, and then just spin. Settle, internal, external rotation. This is how we're gonna get up. Take some breaths. Spin. Take that leg that's an internal rotation, spin it around, step, arms send forward, lean forward, rise up, come back the way you came from, take your time, draw it back, make it graceful and strong, lift up and over, lift that back leg, swing it around, step and lean, lean, shift into the front leg, and have a seat. Slowly spin it back around, settle, sweep up and around, leg comes out and forward, shift until you're sitting on your heel. So from here, you're just sitting. Take a moment here to roll the shoulders, straighten out the spine, roll the neck. If you're somebody that doesn't feel like your workout's complete unless you get upside down, here's a fun option to handstand, or you can just take a standing split with the right leg. This bottom knee can just kick up to standing split, or set your hands down. Instead of standing split, kick up a few times. As many times as it takes to maybe find a little moment of hold and lower down. All right, going back where you came from. Sit, spin, up and over. This is it, last time. Take that back leg, spin it up, step on it as you shift the heel back. Now you're in a kneeling position, and you're gonna go into a standing split, or from standing split, try to push off into your hands, transferring weight. So it's like you're gonna go into standing split, but then you push the shoulders down and you get a little hop up. Awesome, let's come on up. Ragdoll yourself up, shimmy on the way. Let your body just flail, sway, get weird, sway, circle around, bring your hip and knee for the ride. And let's take our final flushing bow, where we get to let the heart open and the spine flush out. Inhale, exhale, back bend. Heart up, send it up. Inhale, send it down. Inhale, exhale, heart up. Maybe even support that back, pulling up through the ribs. Inhale, send it down. Let everything fall. Again, sway, shimmy, move, groove, breathe, ragdoll yourself up. Inhale up, and exhale, deep breath in, big sigh out. Thanks for working so hard with me. It's a lot of hard stuff. Maybe you'll be sore tomorrow. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here and taking my class, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.